Many NGOs, initiatives, organizations fighting for equity for women, fighting for good causes for women and the girl child. Now, what about our male children? What about the boys? The boys need us. And that's why right now we will be chatting with a boys advocate, and he'll be telling us about his initiative and what they have been doing so far in spreading awareness about safeguarding our male children. His name is Ebuka Ede. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
I've been smiling. I've been smiling since. You know, on this platform, I've always said it. A lot of people say to me, "Why do you like saying this?" It seems like we put so much emphasis on the girl child. I don't have a problem with that. It's just important. But it seems like the boys are being relegated to the corner, and it seems like everything, because most of the vices, most of the things we see ladies go through are being done or initiated by men.
Very true.
So why do you? Why do you leave this man to one corner and you keep talking about? Then, if you must address certain issues, address it with the cause of this problem.
Exactly. I
So
agree with
we're
you.
not saying men are problems, but sometimes men need to be talked about. We need development. We need to grow. And I'm happy that someone is taking this initiative, to talk about the boy child.
Sure.
And I'm proud you're here,
Thank
so
you.
we can do this together.
Oh, sure.
Now, speaking about initiative, tell us what your initiative has been doing. Why was there a necessity to set up this initiative?
All right. Save the Boys initiative exists to mentor, equip, and empower boys to live positive and productive lives. Yeah, a lot has been going on, yes, even with our guests, but we can't deny that the fact that boys are also going through deep issues that we don't talk about. I don't want to come from a place of being a victim, but from a place of I know a lot has happened in the past where women need to be empowered and a lot, but I think we did a whole lot and we forgot the boys. Sometimes I ask people, the men have offended you, but what have the boys done? And even with the issues going on with women, the issue of rape and a lot of issues going on, even in our society, the chaos even with the men, it shows that we have not really taken time to develop our boys and equip them with the right values to live positive and productive life. Because when that happens, these boys will grow up to become fathers, husbands, and leaders, and they will grow to become what they've been taught. So we are creating awareness of issues that boys go through, boys that are sexually abused, boys that are going through deep issues. We organize programs, mentorship club, leadership club to help boys that are struggling, to help boys live positive and productive life. We organize even the National Boys Conference. Most people don't know that we have International Day of the Boy Child. May 16th, we'll have National Boys Conference. Nobody talks about it. So boys are really going through deep issues that we are not.
We have like 16 alone. Fathers Day,
we are not talking about.
Anyway.
So,
All right, you said boys go through deep issues. Can you be specific now?
All right.
You think we don't have emotional
No.
problems?
Just for clarity's sake.
all right. There's this cultural notion that boys don't cry, men don't cry, men don't have issues, men don't struggle. But I've seen where boys are going through issues they cannot talk about because there's this societal or cultural norm of men don't cry, men don't go through issues. And so boys, even when they are struggling, they are quiet. Research shows that more boys even commit suicide, even though more girls attempt, but more boys commit the actual act of suicide. Research has also shown that more men also die of some of these terminal diseases that have been caused by silence, the culture of silence. When they are going through issues, they are keeping quiet, they are locking it up on the inside. So you see a lot of boys that are, having suicidal thoughts, that are going through issues, especially with the fact that fathers can't connect, they don't have the right male role model they can look up to talk to about the issues they go through. Every day I receive calls from parents. This boy is a bastard. This boy is this boy is stubborn. They broke my head, so I have to break this boy's head to think right. So there's this social disconnect, and that's why we're seeing boys on the streets looking for where they can fill this vacuum. You see our boys in court, you see our boys doing all manner of things because there's a vacuum that's been created at home. Parents can't connect. People can't connect. We just see the boys as stubborn, people who like trouble, who are less violent, who like, and so we pour all this on them, and there's a lot of closure.
So considering all this, you've said, all those problems you've mentioned, so what can be done to change this narrative? You've said what you're doing as an NGO to do this. You said you've been doing training, but as a society, how can the society change this thinking that men are strong, they don't have problems, and they forsake the men not knowing that they're going through emotional stress and psychological stress as well?
Very true. One of the things we do is to also train parents and we advocate for parents to understand the boy child. we do a training that will help parents to understand even the psychological and physiological growth process of a boy, knowing what the boy is made up of, the energy of the boy, where it's coming from, and things to expect, and how to help them handle it. So we help parents understand that so they can easily connect with the boys and help them through life struggles. Also advocating to society that men cry, men have issues. When a boy is becoming deviant, why is he behaving that way? Because we always know that when a relationship is broken down, then toxic behaviors are built. Most of these boys are building toxic behavior because there's a relationship that's being broken down. There's a mindset the society have about them. So they are approaching the society and people with such minds. Since you see me as evil, as stubborn, let me pour out, that. So we are creating that awareness to let people know that these boys are just products of what they are taught. We can change that.
You mentioned the place of the father. A lot of people, we know this generation, fathers are busy.
Oh, yeah.
Fathers are so busy. I think these days, fathers it has always been that way. Fathers are even busier than mothers. And fathers normally should always have a connection with their parents, with their children, because one, you are a man. You've gone through certain phases in your life as a teenager to an adult to this point. So these are things you must have experienced. And we don't get to teach and mentor our children on how to tackle these phases of their lives. Yeah. And when they take this in for a long time, you see the explosion, and that's the problem they see.
Very true.
So what can fathers do?
Thank you.
Fathers especially.
That's a very critical question, because the issue we're having is that boys are not having the right role model that will help them to understand true manhood. And when that is missing, they tend to, apply their lives or their thinking to what they see. And fathers who should show this model, most times are not there. I appreciate the women with what they are doing. Mothers are really trying.
I was going to come to
seriously.
that.
That's why I didn't go and talk about the women. I said the men, because we sometimes we are our own problems.
The mothers are really trying. Because most of them, you see how the mother, they are trying to fill the vacuum, to do all they can. But always say, no matter how a woman tries, there's a place of the man in mentoring and grooming a healthy boy. And the men are missing in action. It's so unfortunate, but men don't even believe that there's an issue. They don't even believe they are going through, they need to be there to fill that vacuum. So we are telling fathers, your boys need you. Your boys need to understand the role of a father, who a real man is. But the challenge is that most men are often having a wrong mindset of manhood, and so they are portraying the same. And so asking men to grow, learn how to groom a boy and be there to teach that boy true manhood. Also telling the women, help your husband to read books, to develop, to read places, trainings, how they can really be real men to help these boys grow, even when they are not pushing to do that. You can equip them into doing that.
I've heard it all from Ebuka. Men have a lot to do and learn.
Talking about manhood is not about having things as a man. You have to be a man indeed. Anyway, thank you so much, Ebuka.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Time for us to meet the beautiful and wonderful